December is right around the corner, so see how we handle our Christmas and holiday expenses with our December household budget. Hey there, I'm Brittany Flammer, a certified financial coach and the creator of Financial Fitness. I'm gonna go ahead and open up my spreadsheet. You can grab the template with the link down below if you're interested. Just for a frame of reference, we are a family of 7 and we live in northern Utah. Starting with income, my husband is salary, so he gets paid the same every month, which simplifies things significantly. This $5,989 is his take-home pay. So we have paid taxes and we have paid for our health insurance. We have not had any retirement taken out of this though. The LLC, this is my business. We're planning on $100 because that's what we're going to invest from my income. But I will make more than this, but everything I make, we will contribute to our house projects. So we do not use that money to live off of. It's just extra projects or fun stuff that we want to spend our money on. So we don't account for that. Interest, we'll earn some cash in our online savings accounts. I don't plan on it. Whatever we earn, we just leave in our accounts and we'll let that accumulate. Okay, cash back. It is December, it's Christmas, time to pay for all of these gifts. So the way we do it, we do not set aside money each month for Christmas. We have in years past, but what we do is we use credit cards and we pay them off every single month, but we get cash back for our credit card. So we just let that accumulate throughout the year, and whatever we have at the end of the year, that is our budget for Christmas. So I can't remember the exact number. It was $770 something when I looked here before filming, and I had a couple of apps where I had cash back, so I got some gift cards to add to that. So we have roughly $825 is our budget. It might fluctuate by a few dollars, but essentially $825. Now also for Christmas, every single year since we've been married, my mother-in-law will give my husband and I a little bit of money and my parents will give us a check. They'll probably do that this year. I'm not going to expect it. If they do, I'm not gonna count that as our income. If we do, then I'll account for it here. We'll probably get it, but I'm not gonna count our chickens before our eggs have hatched. So total income for the month will be $6,914. Moving on to tithing, roughly $900 is what we will pay towards tithing. And then moving on to our expenses, starting with the boring, fixed, easier ones, then onto the ones that we have more control over. Our mortgage is fixed, $1,376, same every single month. Electricity currently is fixed at $60 a month. I'm a little bit annoyed with ourselves about that. We pay the same every month and they'll readjust it at some point throughout the year. Natural gas, same thing. Once a year, I don't know exactly when, every 6 months, 9 months, somewhere around there, they will adjust, but then we pay the same until they adjust again. So our city bill, we just switched. They just started offering an average payment plan for our city bill. So even though it's wintertime and we're not using sprinklers and running water, which is the bulk of our city bill, we're still paying $196. So that in the summer, when we do have all of those expenses, it'll stay the same. Life insurance, this is my term life insurance, $11.10. Car insurance, roughly $102. Fluctuates $1 or $2. Phone bill, $30. This is for me and my husband for our phones. Our daughter is on a prepaid plan that we paid for the entire year up front, so we don't have to pay anything monthly for her. Internet is fixed at $55 per month, and we have not been having a good experience with our internet, but fiber is coming soon, so we're holding out until they got. Gas for the cars, roughly $200. We're not going anywhere for Christmas. We have some people coming to stay at our place, so I'm guessing $200 should be enough. Piano, $80 for the month. My daughter has a new teacher, and if they don't have a lesson, she doesn't charge, and so it might be less than this with the holidays, but I'm just gonna plan for $80. Same thing with guitar. We've increased how much we're paying because it's a high schooler that's just getting started teaching lessons, and she deserves more for putting up with our child. So the most it would be is $40. With the holidays, it might be less than this, but I'm just gonna plan for 40. Groceries, $700. This includes groceries and consumables. December tends to be a bigger eating month because people will be staying with us, we'll have get-togethers, but we have been stocking up this month on like toilet paper, deodorant, like those staples. We've stocked up on all of that. I just bought a ton of cans. They were on sale, so a bunch of vegetables, sweet condensed milk. I stocked up on some brown sugar, powdered sugar, all those staples we've stocked up on, butter, things like that. So I'm gonna stick with about $700. Eating out, $50 for the month. Miscellaneous, $25. It's even, no matter how meticulous you are on budgeting, it's good to have miscellaneous because something inevitably comes up. Kids money and babysitting. This is if they do their jobs, they can earn a little bit of money, and sometimes we'll pay them to babysit. Like today I had a work call and my kids were off, so I paid one of our kids to watch the younger ones, and we don't pay nearly what you would pay an actual babysitter, but we're still paying them something. Entertainment, we don't have anything specific planned for this. But most of the stuff we're doing for Christmas is like together as a family, doing a puzzle, reading stories, doing a service project, things that don't really cost money. So, but inevitably we end up spending something towards entertainment. So total expenses, roughly $3,043. If you are struggling with your finances and using a budget and sticking to it and you want help with that, you can join Fit Finance Club. It is a membership that is starting in January. We have interviews with experts. We do live coaching calls. We do planning sessions, budgeting planning sessions for the month. We have a community that's outside of social media where you can ask questions, get feedback from others and from me, as well as one-on-one email coaching with me. If you are interested, there will be a link down below to put your name on the wait list. It will be starting in January if you want that resource. The only debts we have are our mortgage, and I've already accounted for that, so we are going to skip the debt section and move on to our savings. A lot of these are our sinking funds, short-term savings goals. Emergency fund, we're not putting anything in there. We have a fully funded emergency fund, so we're not budgeting anything for that. My husband gets his fund money and some money for his bike maintenance, so that adds up to be $50 every month. I get $25 a month for my fund money. Our life insurance, this is for my husband's term life insurance. He gets a discount for paying it once a year instead of monthly. Mine's a smaller amount, and so it doesn't matter. So we just pay mine monthly, but his, we get the discount for paying it once a year. So we save up, it's $68 a month, and then we make one payment once a year. House maintenance, there's just, the bigger and older your house is, the more maintenance there is. There's always maintenance if you've got a house. So this is just small stuff. Like one of our rugs got ripped, so we had to pay to have someone fix the binding. Just stuff comes up. So that's what this is for. We also know that we're going to have to replace our washing machine in the near future. So we're trying to accumulate a little bit in there. Vacation, $200 for the month. We're not taking any vacation in December or even January, but we're setting aside. So for when we do take a vacation, we've already got the money there for it. House updates, we're not putting anything towards this, but like I said, any money that my business makes, we will contribute to this. Clothing, $100. I went through, it's now winter here, we've gone through, we don't need any snow stuff. We might need, one of our kids might need a new pair of skis, and we'll just buy them used if we do. But we like to set aside money for clothing so that whenever we do need something, we've got the money there. Gifts, $50. This is not Christmas gifts. This is usually teacher gifts for Christmas and for the end of the school year, as well as baby shower gifts or bridal gifts, wedding gifts. If we have extra, sometimes when it's one of our kids' birthday, we'll use money from there, but it's not intended for that. Medical, $0. In fact, I can actually now delete this row because we were saving up for braces. We've paid for my daughter's braces. We now have an HSA, so we're not setting aside money in a savings account. We're putting money into our HSA for that. Car expenses, $100. We don't have anything planned on our cars. We don't have anything major coming up that we know of. They've all gotten new tires in the last year, but there's still just maintenance, oil changes, registration. Small things will come up, and this would cover any small thing that comes up. Christmas, we're budgeting that $825 cash back is going to go towards our Christmas, so that's our budget. Kids extracurricular, $400. We like to set money aside every month. One of our oldest daughter is no longer doing a competitive sport that we have been paying for, so we probably could drop this down a little bit, but we were pretty down to bottom, so I want to let it accumulate a little bit before I decrease that. My husband's Roth IRA, I mentioned we don't have any retirement taken out of his paycheck, so we're putting $400 into his Roth IRA, $400 into my Roth IRA, and then we're doing $100 into taxable brokerage account. They're not even in mutual funds. I don't know why I have it labeled as mutual funds. I don't think they're anyway, non-retirement investments, $100. Almost $3,000 into savings, which means we're budgeting to spend $6,911, which means we have $2.74 extra. I could add that, but it's just $2, so I'm just going to leave it. Down here is where I will track all of these throughout the month so that I can see how much I have left in each category at a glance. If you want to see how we actually do at the end of the month, I do a budget wrap up where I give you a report on what we actually spent compared to what we were planning on spending, because creating the budget is only half of it. Following up on it is the other half. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell so you get notified when I upload videos. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.